Wings hides behind diversity's face.
Landfall's dark ties lead to a shadowed place.
Money moves through a ghostly veil.
Cover-ups and silence tell a troubling tale.
Before we get into today's video, please make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons because YouTube seems to hate our channel.
So offer up your subscriptions to break the algorithm curse.
And now, on to the video. Let's address this for people who are going to be new here. So obviously, if you guys have not seen our past 2 videos on Wings Interactive, you should go check those out. But there has been some developments, but to summarize it quickly, we discovered that there was connections from Wings Interactive, a company that sponsors diverse women games that was connected to SBI, but it was also connected to Landfall Games because they were at the same location. And we revealed this information thinking kind of, oh, it will just be like an interesting video. And then
it blew up.
Well, it blew up because what ended up happening was Wings deleted their social media. They deleted everything. They deleted their like most of their members off their website, all their games, all their stuff.
They literally nuked their online presence within 24 hours of us releasing the first video.
That was an interesting thing that catapulted it into bigger news, but there has been some developments. Not only have a lot of the games that these people funded blocked me on Twitter, which has happened, a very interesting development happened was that Landfall Games has blocked both myself and Raven and Smash, Hypnotic, and a bunch of other people with some kind of blockchain.
Dun dun dun!
Here's something just to throw out there to the Landfall people who are totally not watching us because they totally blocked us for whatever other reason. You do realize that blocks have changed on Twitter, so I can still see all your posts. You didn't do anything.
We can still take screenshots, people. You haven't really accomplished anything, except letting us know that you are running scared.
But you did pique my interest, because if you had just locked down your Twitter, I would have been like, okay, I can get that. But you nuked everything. And that makes me think, that seems like a bit more than just, we're trying to dodge harassment. That seems like you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar, and we shone a light on you, and you panicked and nuked everything. So, what you hiding there?
Indeed, what are you? Please do tell. Inquiring minds would like to know.
I'm glad you asked, because we're going to reveal 2 things, a connection that I mentioned before and a brand new one. First off, just going to show out, we've connected Landfall, Wings, and SBI, but they are also connected to Devolver Digital, and on their Wings Elevate program that happened in 2023, as you could see on the bottom right of this image here, you can see with the help of Code Coven, which is another place, they ended up basically partnering and working with, for mobile games, with the support of Netflix games. Huh? But here's the funny thing. I made a tweet earlier, I think yesterday, basically saying that I had found some connections to Sweet Baby Inc. From everything, and that I found, and other things from this Wings Interactive, and I'd seen things that were kind of, I had to say that they were kind of sus. Well, you may have interpreted that as just me being cheeky, but unfortunately that's not the case.
It's actually quite literal.
As you could see at the top right corner, Wings Investment Fund adds 4 new games to its portfolio. And if we read here, it says,
a recent blog post from Wings, the investment fund committed to funding games by women and other gender-marginalized developers has just made some big announcements. The first is that they've recently raised investment from Innersloth, the studio behind Among Us, and Casey Yano, the developer behind Slay the Spire.
So, we now know that they've partnered with Devolver Digital before, and Netflix, and Innersloth. So I don't know about you guys, since they make Among Us, I would say that when I said that it was very sus, it's quite relevant, wouldn't you say?
Indeed it is.
So here's my question. You got all this money coming in. Where's it going?
Don't know.
Well, I'll be completely honest. I am not a numbers person. Me and math are not on speaking terms.
Math is evil.
What I find interesting is this company claims that they will be giving up to $500,000 to fund video games, and yet for the entire year of 2023, they did not even have $500,000. They never even handled that amount of money.
So then where did the money go?
Yeah, a lot of the games these people fund only have like a peak of like 400 people playing these games, so they never necessarily recoup their investment. So let's imagine for a minute that they actually give $500,000 to each game. I'm not saying that's what they do. They said up to that, so I'm just speculating. Where'd the rest of the money go?
Cricket.
The fact that you're turning over 4.1 million and you only got one employee, and yet you are operating at a 27% deficit for 2023.
Not a good look.
I find that very interesting. And as you can see, they haven't been profitable at all. Look at 2020. They were lower even.
And the number of employees hasn't changed at all.
Audrey LaPrince.
Yes.
Audrey LaPrince is the only person listed. But as you could see, it's very weird that all of your profits for the year are negative and that you're not actually making any money. It kind of seems weird. I don't know how you're funding diverse games for diverse women when you don't even make back your profit. You're getting a ton of money. And I want to make this very clear. I am just looking at what this information is. I am not a financial analyst, so take this with a grain of salt, okay? I don't know about you, but this looks really weird.
Very sus, as they say.
Yeah, very sus. I think there's an imposter among us.
But
you got a lot of money coming in from Netflix, from Innersloth, from Devolver Digital, from all these places, and yet you don't even have the amount of money you claim to be investing on these games being handled throughout the years, and you have a negative operating profit and only one employee. Very weird. I don't know what to make of this, aside from there's a couple things that I could come up with, but I'm not going to make any definitive claim. I'm simply going to show this information and say that this looks pretty sus.
Very suspicious indeed. So then did someone delete their internet history in an attempt to hide and run away?
So yeah, that makes me wonder. So did you nuke it because our channel made a video, or did you nuke it because you were worried that we'd find this information?
And more.
I have it all saved. You're not going to get away with it. We have the information. And look, I may not be a financial analyst, but I am sure there is someone out there who'll be more than willing to help us with this. And again, you have only yourselves to blame. All you had to do is be transparent. And now you're blocking us and making it very clear that you're watching. Guess what? Now we found you. I don't know what you guys are doing here. Maybe it's on the up and up. But to me, as not a financial analyst, this looks really weird. So, Karasushiro, I'd love for you to discover they're tied to Ubisoft and EA. Funny you should mention this. CEO of Vingar Interactiva AB, Lucy Sophie LaPrince, Vice Peter Henriksen, and then Deputy Board Member Julian Emmanuel Greity, because that guy was in charge of Star Wars Outlaws. Oops!
Dun dun dun!
Was that a secret I wasn't supposed to reveal? I'm sorry, I revealed it. Oops. I just find that very weird. Like, look up the name, guys. You tell me I'm wrong. Literally, Ubisoft. You were in charge of Star Wars Outlaws. Why are you on some random team of wings?
Share with your crew, escape life's hell. From spooky memes to advice obscure, here's your dark solace of humor as a cure.